My name is Lindsay Murphy. I am procurement manager for a company called Carragh Group. Day to day, making sure materials, machinery, everything is on site for the landscape construction company that we run. The more the business grew, the more, I suppose, human input you would have in this Excel spreadsheet. It just led to errors, and obviously just the timeline between where a project starts to where it finishes, and you might only get invoices or at the very end of the project, so you're not really capturing the true cost of a project until it's finished. There was also, let's say we had an app for the guys on site whereby they would input their labor hours, and then there was just a number of separate, I suppose, input into getting an overall view of what a job would look like, and it was always after the fact. It was never a case that we could get halfway through the job and realize, oh, actually we're on track, or we're not on track, and let's make some changes here. So that was the biggest challenge, I suppose. There was another program that the guys had implemented, but it just wasn't user friendly. It was very clunky, and the upshot really was it didn't actually do what we needed it to do. So that was kind of quickly put to one side, and we went back to our Excel because we knew we could capture the information that we wanted in there, albeit it just wasn't timely enough for us. There's lots of expensive systems out there that just wasn't going to fit with our budget. Financial was the only real risk we kind of came up against. From, I suppose, purchasing, there's the stock element in there. We would hold certain amounts of stock, so it's great to be able to have visibility on where we are and when I need to reorder, those types of things. Often with projects, then you're ordering from suppliers when a job is starting, and I love the catalogue there, because I've been able to go out to all of our suppliers, give me an up-to-date price list, enter that in, and the beauty of it is that whenever you're drawing to create a PO, for example, from the catalogue, that typically any of those prices, and look, let's be honest, we're in the construction industry, so lots of prices are fluctuating at the rate of knots. So we have found that the catalogue has worked really well, because any of the prices in there realistically aren't any more than, let's say, 30 days old or out of date, because obviously supplier invoice will come in and we can go, well, hang on, it's not the same as the PO, or so when we were working out of the Excel databases, it was up to us to go in and update them, I don't know, twice a year. But look at this now, and obviously everything is in real time. So catalogue, stock from my point of view. From the site point of view, we have furnished all of our team leads with a tablet. So they now have LiveCosts mobile, and they're able to go in, grab their own PO, do their own ordering, which again is absolutely live. This is on a daily basis, so they can either come back to look for plant and machinery or materials from any of our suppliers. And the lads have really embraced that as well. They like having the ownership, which is great. So from my point of view, then I just monitor, and also with the catalogue, the lads have the option of being able to look at different suppliers to see either not exactly availability, but if somebody is more cost effective, if they use this particular supplier for a particular material. So the lads are loving having that ownership. And then I suppose from the director or the operations manager's point of view, is the dashboard. So they can have a look at the company overall and all of the projects that we have on the go, or drill down into individual projects and just see, are we on target? Is the budget being met? And then obviously they can drill down into those brackets. How are we on labour? Could we afford to put somebody else in there and get the job done quicker, etc. So in terms of our decision making as well, it's just really lent itself to just giving us obviously the information right now to be able to make decisions to improve a project. From my point of view, I think it would definitely be the catalogue. I was talking about those, say, fluctuations in pricing. So what the catalogue lets you do is when, I suppose, you accept an increase in one of the prices of a particular product, you have the option to be able to run a report that shows those fluctuations. And from my point of view, it just makes it so much easier for me to be able to go back to a supplier and say, hang on, 3 months ago it was this, it's now, progressed, and now it's this. Let's have a conversation, because this can't keep going on, or so from it gives me I suppose the power and the visibility to be able to look at any particular product and go back to a supplier. I would say for the whole office, we're a day a week saved in terms of time. Big difference, and again from a number of different areas in the business. So for example, let's say our finance manager, so weekly he would have to pull together all the timesheets from all the lads, and obviously he would do wages and all those sorts of things, but from his point of view there's hours saved because the lads are now responsible for putting their labour into each particular project, and the hours that they put in, so that goes straight into the project, as opposed to finance manager, as I said, having to take all of those timesheets, and then when we were using the Excel spreadsheet, having to go back and manually put in all of those, and again leading to errors. So this is great. We all have the one platform now to get our information from. So look, that's what I would say. It doesn't, LiveCosts doesn't just become the IT in the office. It can be utilised across the company, and again, like I say, the dashboard and visibility, it allows you to make decisions quickly in the piece, as opposed to, like I said before, getting to the end of a project and wondering, have we hit target on that?